Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Jay's Flix podcast. Today I'm going to be reviewing The Night Agent Season 2, which has been on Netflix for the last week or two. And it was a really good show. The Night Agent came out a couple of years ago in 2023, and I stumbled upon it, and I was really impressed by it. It was if you like action, of course that's the main genre. Maybe like a little bit of suspense, drama, suspense, action. Thriller. So stars Gabriel Basso. In the lead role is Peter Sutherland, and basically what it's about is this guy. He's an FBI agent, but he works in the basement of the White House, right? And essentially all he does, he sits at a phone. He's just waiting, like he's there just to answer in case like one of the FBI's agents gets compromised. They need to speak through a secure network, if their original modes of communication have been tampered or compromised with. And the phone rarely rings, so he's in there from like 8 p.m. to like 4 a.m. Not the most interesting sounding thing in the world to be doing, right? But one night he gets a call from a girl, and her aunt and uncle were FBI agents. Their house got broken into. She calls the phone line, which is called Night Action, and he picks up, and from that point forward, man. And I was in the first episode of the first season, and from that point on, it's just high octane, thrills and lots of great action sequences, conspiracies within the White House and the U.S. government that Peter has to solve, along with Rose, who's the name of the girl that he was in charge of protecting. And honestly, like I said, it's one of Netflix's underrated gems, for sure. Maybe not so much underrated. Like a lot of people have seen The Night Agent before, and like I said, the second season just dropped recently, and like I said, I was a big fan of it. I like the first season better. The first season definitely was better. I feel like better characters, better overall storyline within the first season of The Night Agent. But second season did good too, for sure. It did good. I was impressed by, of course, the acting was phenomenal. The action sequences were good. Great camera work as well. How they filmed the different angles when they're running, or the fight scenes were really well choreographed. So those are always things you look for in good action movies, action shows. And typically for Netflix shows, those aren't things that they really pay much attention to. They don't really hone in on it unless they specifically allot some money from the budget into the choreography and the like the fight scenes and all that type of stuff. Some of the CGI, which this show doesn't use very much of it, but a little bit. Overall, just very impressive, man. I liked it. Big fan of it. I'm a big action guy, so I thought that the storyline overall was pretty well driven for the most part. It is a completely different cast from season one. It's not completely different, but like mostly different season, mostly different cast from the first season to the second season. Of course, Peter and Rose will continue to be the mainstays of the series, and it got renewed for season 3 before season 2. I think came out, so it's going to come out with a third season. I'm very interested to see how that goes. If you like I said, if you like this type of stuff, then it's for you. If you don't, you probably won't like it. I find like if you watch The Recruit on Netflix, there's also another like kind of similar type of show. This guy who works in the CIA or whatever. So it's like Netflix has a few shows like that, and if you're into that type of stuff, which I kind of am, then you would probably like The Night Agent. I definitely recommend you guys go and watch it. Like I'm putting y'all on with something right here. Like The Night Agent is like really good. It is a must watch on Netflix for sure. And I definitely recommend you guys go check it out. Great action, like I said, great fighting. Just overall well done series by Netflix, which they aren't known for other than their big bangers, which is like Cobra Kai and You and Squid Game. Some of the other ones like have been hit or miss on Netflix. I can definitely say that much. But The Night Agent was pretty, and of course The Flash. The Flash was another one. Even though, no, not The Flash, because The Flash was not a Netflix original series. It was made on CW and put on to Netflix. So forget what I just said about The Flash. But Yeah, Night Agent was great. So, in season two, I mean, essentially, yeah, Peter and Rose. Peter still, he. If you haven't watched the first season, I recommend you stop watching right now in this video and go watch the first season, and then watch the second season and come back and watch this video. But essentially, Peter, he's been upgraded to like official night agent in the FBI program, and he's overseas. He's been overseas the last 10 months because we got a 10-month time jump between season one, the end of season one, and season two, and Peter is now overseas in Thailand. Solving this big conspiracy there, or this big mystery there involving like it's a lot going on, and like I said, new characters. I mean, like it's it can drag on at some parts of the show. In the second season, like there are some episodes where it does drag on a little bit. Like there's another side plot, um, you know, that with this Iranian girl, and her trying to move her family like from Iran, to New York, because that's where she is because she works with the UN. It's a good side plot because it does tie into the main storyline. Eventually, like probably by the third episode of the season, but you know, it could have been better as far as like I feel like that was concerned overall. But I mean, first reactions were really good. I just finished the show not too long ago, and I'm now ready for season three to see what they bring back in store, and how that's all going to shape out depending on how uh, which direction they go with how season two ended. So, and I'm not going to spoil that. You guys have got to go watch it for sure. Go check it out. Like I say, it's on Netflix. The Night Agent. Both seasons are streaming right now, and season three, of course, is coming out. I would assume probably within the next year or two. It's funny, like some shows on Netflix, like there's the following seasons don't come out like within a year or two, but then Squid Game got like this third season is coming out in June in this summer, which is crazy. Like the first season, I mean the second season came out near the end of December, like close to New Year's, and then we get the third season, which is a quick turnaround. I hope they didn't rush it, and I hope it is actually quality, which I'm sure it is. So, but I'm assuming with the Night Agent, they're not going to go with that approach. They're going to probably take their time with it, and especially having to film on different locations. Because they don't not a lot of sets are used in this show. Like they actually film on locations. Filming in Thailand in the second season, they were filming there. They filmed in New York, which is where a lot of the second season took place. I mean, first season took place largely in DC, so a lot of filming was taking place there. But overall, if I had to rate the show, I'd probably give like a 8.5 to 9 out of 10. Really good. Like I said, acting's phenomenal. Like it's not cringy action; it's actually good action. Like it's really, since the stuff looks believable. To simply put it. So if you guys hadn't seen it, I definitely recommend you check it out. So it gets a J stamp of approval. So if it gets a J stamp of approval, then it's definitely worth watching. So Night Agent season two streaming on Netflix right now. Go give it a watch.